Hey there, angry faithful. I just wanted to drop in, bend your ear a little bit, get your attention. So if you're not listening, drop what you're doing and pay attention to me because I'm here to inform you that not only can you get your daily, maybe if you're binging it, I'm not sure, that's entirely up to you, but you can multiply your doses of angry me fuckery by paying attention to all of the platforms upon which you can find either the dulcet tones of my voice and David's voice or my pretty face and David's not so pretty face. Anyways, digressing, we not only we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we're on Rumble, we're on Google, Apple Podcast. We have a TikTok page. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and of course Facebook. So if you find yourself fuckery deprived, curl up with a nice hot mug of shut the fuck up and just listen. Open those ear holes and be prepared to be cream pied like it's the first time. Thanks for listening.
Welcome, angry faithful. Today we're going to go over Andrew Cullen for Psychos and Sociopaths. He's a man that murdered 5 people over the time frame of 3 months, in April 27th to July 15th. He ended up committing suicide because he decided, just because I killed 3 people doesn't mean I want to be in a jail cell type bullshit. But anyways, we're going to go over his life, his early life a little bit, and then we're going to go over his adult life and just see where everything comes together to find out what made this idiot decide to kill like 5 people in a span of 3 months. All right. Andrew, the youngest of 4 people, was born August 31st, 1969 in National City, California, to Mendoza, and a Filipino American, and Mary Annie Cunanan, an Italian American. Mosto was serving in the U.S. Navy in the Vietnam War at the time of his son's birth. After leaving the Navy, where he served as chief petty officer, he ended up working as a stockbroker. In his youth, Andrew lived with his family in National City, attending Bada Vista Middle School. In 1981, his father enrolled him in a bishop school, an independent day school. I'm trying to figure that one out. United States, the term private school can't be correctly. Oh, it was a private school. They just used fancy words. God. Located in Lojota. Hold on. Stephen Hawking voice, help me out. La Jolla, neighborhood of San Diego. There, Andrew met his lifelong best friend, Elizabeth Colt, at school. He was remembered as being bright and very talkative, and tested his IQ of 147. Now, I'm not gonna lie, IQ testing on children is, I probably have an IQ of like 100 now, but when I was a kid, I had like an IQ of like 169, which is the borderline of freaking like God, I can't even remember his name. Stephen Hawking had like 200 and something like that. Hold on, people. I'm messing up big time. Not gonna lie, this is like the third. There we go. Albert Einstein. Damn it! His name just flew away from me. Albert Einstein had like IQ of 169. But when you get older, all the synapses like stop firing and everything like that, and you stop making new ones. But as an adult, as you're a kid, all the stuff is new and everything like that. It's like having a new car, and then after a while, everything once you get old, everything stops messing around to where you can barely think. See, 43, I can barely say words and everything. But as a teenager, Andrew developed a reputation of prophetic liar, giving to telling tall tales about his family and personal life. He was adapted at changing his appearance according to what he felt was most attractive at a given moment. Andrew identified as gay in high school when he began having liaison with a wealthy older man. He was voted least likely to be forgotten. After graduating high school in 1987, Andrew enrolled in the University of California in San Diego, where he majored in American history. In 1988, when Andrew was 19, his father deserted his family and moved back to the Philippines to evade arrest for embezzlement. That same year, Andrew had begun frequently local gay clubs and restaurants. And his mother, who deeply religious, learned about his sexual orientation. During an argument, Andrew threw his mother against a wall, dislocating her shoulder. Later examination of his behavior indicated that he may have suffered for antisocial personality disorder, characterized the lack of remorse and empathy. Sorry. In 1989, Andrew dropped out of UC San Diego and settled in Costa District in San Francisco, a center of gay culture, moving in with Coate and her boyfriend, Phil Mert. In San Francisco, Andrew continued his practice of befriending wealthy older men and also reportedly began creating violent pornography. Wow. He was also socialized in Hillcrest and Loloia neighborhood of San Francisco, as well in Scottsdale, Arizona, apparently living off the largest of the one wealthy patrons of another. Andrew is also believed to have been dealing drugs, including prescription opiates, cocaine, and marijuana. He used several aliases: Andrew Da Silva, Lieutenant Commander Andrew Cummings, Andy Cummings, Drew Cummings, and Kurt Matthew DeMars. Sorry. Andrew allegedly first met fashion designer Ginny Verisi in San Francisco in October 1990. When Verisi was in town to be fitted for the costumes he had designed for the San Francisco Opera production of Richard Status opera Caprica. Hold on, Stephen Hawking boys, help me out. Capriccio. Although the Verisius family has always denied that the two men ever met, in December 1995, Andrew met David Masson in Minneapolis, architect in San Francisco bar. They began a long distance relationship shortly after, but Matson ended the relationship in spring 1996, telling friends he sensed something shady about Andrew. Andrew told friends that Matson was the love of his life. Not crazy. In September 1996, Andrew broke up with Norman Blatchford, a wealthy older man who had been hosting and financially supporting him. He soon maxed out his credit cards. Andrew's close friend Jeff Trail, a former Navy officer, worked as a district manager for a propane delivery company in Minneapolis, had told his former roommate Michael Williams that Andrew had resumed selling drugs. Andrew also was known to regularly consume these drugs, especially meth. I think it's meth, methamphetamine. Yeah. By April 1997, friends reportedly Andrew was abusing painkillers. Basically, this is starting to sound like that he might have killed through a drug-induced rage and stuff like that, which actually does happen. It's so weird that once you fall into the aspect of drugs and everything, especially hard drugs like meth and cocaine and everything like that. Some people get come back from that, and some people just they divvy in and they go full on, and you're pretty much looking at a future Scarface episode. Andrew killings begun in Minneapolis on April 27th, 1997, with the murder of his friend, 28-year-old Jeffrey Trail. After an early argument in Trail's apartment, Cannon stole Trail's gun and took it to David Madison's loft apartment. Andrew rang Trail from Madison's apartment to come and retrieve his gun. On arrival, Andrew beat Trail to death with a hammer in front of Madison. On April 29th, one Madison's coworker, concerned about his absence from work, visited his apartment to check on him. They discovered Trail's body rolled in a rug placed behind the sofa. Trail watched had stopped at 9:55 p.m., believed by authorities at the time of his killing. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm confused. Did he kill both? No. Okay. Madsen, 33, was Colin's second victim. Okay. Authorities believe Madsen remained in his apartment with Andrew 2 days after Trail's murder, as one neighbor witnessed both men in the apartment elevator on April 28th, and another neighbor witnessed the pair walking Madison's dog on April 29th. Investigators then treated Madison as a suspect to Trail's murder, but Madison's family insisted that he was held hostage by Cannon, Andrew. On May 2nd, Madison and Andrew were seen north of Minneapolis driving Madison's Jeep, eating lunch together in a bar. The following morning, Madison's body was found in the east shore of Rust Lake near Rust City, Minnesota, with a shotgun wound to his head and back from a 40 caliber Taurus PT 100 semi-automatic pistol. Well, I have a picture of it. Looks like Beretta. Cannon had taken from Trail's home. The third murder was Lee McGill. Man, I am horrible at words. Miglin. It's really sad. I'm horrible words, but I keep on doing this. I'm reading off stuff. On May 3rd, Andrew drove to Chicago, Illinois, and killed 72-year-old Lee uh, a prominent real estate developer. He bound uh, Lee. He bound Lee's hands, feet, and wrapped his head with duct tape. Then stabbed Lee more than 20 times with a screwdriver, slit his throat with a hacksaw, and stole his. Jesus. Oh. Uh, Lee's family maintained that the killing was random, but former FBI agent Greg McCurry argued it is unlikely that Andrew would have bound and tortured Lee without some motivation. Investigators noted that Lee's 1994 green Lexus LS sedan was missing from his garage, found Madison's red Jeep parked in the street near Lee's house. Lee's Lexus was equipped with a car phone, which, according to Ameritech Cellular Records, was active on May 4th, and Union County, Pennsylvania authorities began monitoring his phone's activity. Found it as a also activated on May 8th in Philadelphia, and on May 9th in Penns Grove and Point Township, New Jersey. Now for the fourth murder, William Reese on May 9th in Penns Township, New Jersey. Pennsylville Township. Okay. At Fenn Point National Cemetery. Andrew shot and killed 45-year-old cemetery caretaker William Reese. Later that day, when Reese did not return home for dinner, his wife visited the cemetery to check on him. Found the caretaker's home office ajar with a radio playing inside. Jesus. She then called the police, who found Reese shot in the head with the same Taurus pistol Andrew had used on Manson's murder. Unlike Andrew's other victim, unlike Andrew's other victim, he killed for seemingly personal reasons. Authorities believe that Reese's murder was simply for his 1995 red Chevrolet pickup truck. Andrew used his pickup truck to drive to Florida. On May 12th, Andrew began staying in Normandy Plaza Hotel in Miami Beach, Florida, where he paid $29 a night in cash. God, I wish nowadays it's like almost like $80 to $100 to stay at a hotel. On June 12th, he was listed on the FBI's 10 most wanted list, while a manhunt unsuccessfully focused on Reese's stolen truck that Andrew was using. The killer hid in plain sight for 2 months. Andrew used his own name to pawn a stolen item on July 7th. Despite knowing that the police routinely revisited the pawn shop's records. On July 14th, seemingly out of money, Andrew checked out of his hotel without paying his last night there. Yeah. Around 8:45 a.m. on July 15th, Andrew murdered 50-year-old Giannini Viteresi on the front steps of Costa Corda. Casa Corina, his mansion in Miami Beach. Giannini was returning from visiting to the news cafe, where he picked up magazines when he was shot once in the back of the head and once in the left cheek with the same Taurus pistol Andrew used to murder Manson and Reese. The witness pursued Andrew but was unable to catch him as he fled into the nearby parking garage. Giannini was pronounced dead at Jackson Memorial Hospital at 9:21 a.m. Responding police found Reese's stolen vehicle in a nearby parking garage. It contained Andrew's clothes, clippings of newspaper reports about the earlier murders. On his death on July 23rd, 1997, Kevin's body was found in a luxury houseboat in Miami Beach after a caretaker reported to police of hearing a gunshot. He shot himself with a Taurus pistol stolen from trails. It was the same weapon he used to kill Madison, Reese, and Varsity. Versus? That's confusing. Yeah, versus. Wow. Andrew cremated remains are in a mausoleum at Holy Cross Cemetery in San Diego. This is his motives. Andrew's motivation remains unknown. At the time of the murders, there was an intense public and press speculation linking to the crimes to Ken's alleged discovery that he was HIV positive. Although the autopsy revealed that he was HIV negative. Although police searched for the house, searched the house after where Andrew died, he left no suicide note, a few personal belongings. Investigators noted that Andrew's reputation for acquiring money and inspections possessions from wealthy older men. Police considered a few of the findings to be of note, except for multiple tubes of what? I'm curious on this one. Some kind of cream. A hydrochromosome cream and a fairly expensive collection of fiction by C.S. Lewis. Huh. In popular culture, Andrew was portrayed by Sandra Perdue in the Versini's murder in 1998. Johnny Tent in the film. And anyways, that's it on him. It's kind of weird on this guy. I think it was just more or less the drug-induced mental illness type deal. People that actually do have like high doses of mental illness and everything, they do turn to it's just statistics. It's nothing you can really hands down go with and go, oh, it's because of the drugs and everything. It's a combination of everything. He had a good childhood until he was like 19, and dad, found out his dad embezzled. So I don't know if that would be a cause. There's no definition of abuse other than the fact that his mother didn't like his homosexuality, which I don't care about that shit. I don't think really anybody really does. And the people that do, like, hardcore, it's like, I can't believe he's gay. I'm like, oh, dude, it doesn't fucking matter. My opinion on stuff like that, and this is just coming from my own child. I just, she told me, I was like, okay, are you gonna commit genocide? No, okay, we're good. Don't care as long as it doesn't, affect me in any ways. It's kind of, as long as you're happy with whoever you're with and everything like that, be happy. That's the best we can do in life, really. But that could sometimes that can be a factor. But from all this stuff that I'm reading off of this guy right here, Andrew, it's more or less one of those things that it was drug infused craziness. They even diagnosed him with, I seriously think that he antisocial personality disorder. Let me I seriously think he didn't have a antisocial disorder. Well, I'm trying to read over it. Okay, you might have. Yeah. Um, it might have just been one of those. I might have had it, he might have not. He might have been misdiagnosed. Sometimes that happens. That's the reason why medical stuff, some of it is theory and it's not actual down pat stuff. I mean, a lot of the doctors, and nothing going against any kind of doctors or anything like that. But a lot of doctors, they haven't been known to misdiagnose, and the stuff dealing with a person's mind is very misdiagnosed a lot of the times. I mean, unless they're like climbing up on a flagpole, ranting and raving and everything like that, sometimes the person just having a bad day. Even then, the person is probably just having a bad day. Now, if they just constantly do it at 8 a.m., that's where you got to go and say, okay, that my guy might be crazy or eccentric if he's rich. But anyways, everybody, thank you all for paying attention for the little bit that I was on here with uh, psychos and sociopaths talking about serial killers with Andrew Cunanan. But catch us all. If you're listening to this in your town, I'm going to start doing a lot of open mic stuff. If you're interested in coming out to those things, might have a really good routine. But the other guys are actually pretty good too. But anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you come visit us again. Give us a like, share, all that kind of stuff. I gotta keep on remembering that stuff. But thank you all. Goodbye.